Did I say something? Fighting a giant cock. It's a big rooster. Nah, it's actually 6 cocks. 6 roosters released into the fighting pit, and they were like waist-high roosters, and they look fairly savage. They have like blades on their feet, and their beaks have got spikes wrapped around them with wires, turning them into rather savage cocks.
God damn it.
So the fight goes very, very long-winded. The bear can take a while to get through all the cock.
God damn it.
We are 3 years old. All right. But yeah, as you're there, the dinner's going full swing, and Caveo is like talking and entertaining his sea chiefs who are here to visit. And after a short while, one of them sort of mentions, "So, Caveo, your other guests here, what are they going to provide? Why have you invited them here to your castle, sharing dinner with us? Are you growing soft and allowing any old person into your chambers?"
Well, yeah, they let you in.
Shots fired! Caveo shouts and laughs a big laugh, raises a drink and says, "No, they've come to offer me... what was it again? A chance to be a hero to Burr?
Yes.
I think. Something in that vein." And that's met with a bit of laughter. "I could save the Bruce and all of his cowardly cows."
Rylar, do not offer them a fleet we don't have this time.
Listen, that worked out really well because we don't actually have to do it.
One of the nearby chiefs goes, "They talk about offering ships. Perhaps some of those famous Rysuri ironclads to add to your fleet together?" Caveo's like, "Oh, well.
No.
Perhaps some Rysuri machinery. That would go a long way to sway my hand for sure."
You know what, Dimitri?
We can just offer the same ships that we offered to the Brewster and Oh, we don't have the ships to offer! That is the whole point!
The RMS Impossible is a one of a kind.
No, that we're not offering our ship.
What? No, yeah, I mean, no, we're not.
To change the topic, I think Dimitri will say, you all seem very good about talking and borrowing your own trumpet. It seems to me like this is a good opportunity to show how superior you are to the Bruce and his forces. It's like you aren't scared to actually, put your sword to the test, are you?
There's a bit of murmuring and back and forth. No, of course not.
And at that moment, one of the cocks go,
Yeah, the bear just lifts a cock up and rips its head off as a beautiful analogy of the verbal cock stomping that's going on out here.
Wow!
And
Damn, son.
Caveo says, "Well, to be quite honest, this talk of boats, while I wouldn't say no to some ironclads or, hell, even a couple of steam engines to add to my fleet, I am more interested in having the blessing of one particular Rysuri archfey."
"Oh no."
Hannah Montana? Or, Fire Dude?
Lady Bishela.
Okay, cool. I don't think we've pissed that one off.
Have we pissed any of them
Who's
off?
got the Fae connections? That's yours, isn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure that was Aranus.
So
Oh yeah, he was.
Undisguised, yeah.
Aranis Morissette was a great friend of Hannah Montana.
God.
So, everyone's Razuri, aren't they? All your histories are Razuri?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know that the Archfey of the Sea is Lady Beshula. Or Lady Beshula is the Archfey of the Sea, sorry. That's the title she bears. She's not a member of the Unseen Court, but she controls most of the waters along Rise's north shore.
Was she the?
Oh, go ahead.
Was she the one that Riser Queen got help with to escape then? Because wasn't there a sea creature?
Yeah, there was a bunch of like Fae shit that happened right on like the first mission, eh?
Yeah, and
There was
then she
a
leapt into the
large-
sea, and there was a sea creature.
Yeah,
Was that her? That was the king's sister, I believe.
Ethelyn. Yes, it was.
Oh, was it the king's sister, not the queen?
So,
Unless they
40
king's
years
Yeah,
ago,
because Lady is the fiance of the king.
lies, yeah.
Wait,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
well, at
Princess
least it's
Leia.
not sister queen. I guess that's good.
So, 40 years ago, it's well known that the sister of the king, Ethelyn, rescued Lady Beshula from a pirate sorcerer, it is said, which gave birth to a long-lasting friendship and military pact. And you rightly remember that Beshula even aided Ethelyn's coup against the king not too long ago. In the
It feels like years ago.
yeah. Well,
We
it
don't
was.
really know the deets about what was all behind that either, do we? Because we were kind of pretty low on the totem pole when that happened.
Yes.
I get the feeling we might find out soon.
Quite possibly. Which, where she would normally have a good relation and you would be able to lean on the sister's relationship with her to get her blessing, you're probably not in the best standing with Ethelyn and Beshula.
Could we roll a check to see, like, do we have, like, any idea of, like, what sort of the cause of the beef between the king and his sister was about? It seems like, doing, like, a coup is a pretty extreme measure.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Everyday life, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that you would be able to find that out now.
Yeah, true. Probably need to.
But did we find it out previously?
I mean,
Given that we'd literally forgotten about this entire plot line for like 2 years, I'm guessing it probably wasn't
I like to
high on the
highlight-
characters' minds.
I remembered that there was a connection there.
yeah, at the time, and from what she was saying, like, it was just to try a plot to kill her brother.
Yeah,
So she could
I blame
lay
Flamey
claim
Dude.
to the throne.
that's basically what I'm blaming.
Yeah. She is
I like
terribly
Flamey Dude.
traditional and against industrial advancement. So
Oh yeah, Fae, industrial, yeah, okay. That does kind of,
Industrial.
that does seem a plausible cause of conflict.
yeah, return Riser to its traditional.
Hey,
roots.
maybe
Like
we'll finally
Riser
get to
again?
cash in, the burning down the factories for some good credit.
I don't know.
Look at how much we helped.
Hey, do you want to help us? We slaughtered a whole bunch of people in the name of the thing you like.
Sort of them. We weren't aware that they were being held in the places that we kind of got burnt down.
Aha. All right. You know what? You want to go down that route, buddy? Feel free. I think I'll pass.
You know what? Let's just go burn some more people.
I mean,
Would you like us to burn some of your civilians to death? Like,
Well, they were our civilians. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you've
I mean,
already
the
done
whole.
that.
I'm pretty sure I remember the whole reason we didn't even approach the crowd because I was like, oh man, there's a crowd there, and let's not be fucking scabs and break a strike. And then we find out later
It was the other
that
way
they're
around.
striking because they're fucking held captive. We killed them all.
Yeah, we
It's
thought
the
that
family
they would
of
be
all the people
kept-
trapped in the buildings that you just burnt down.
Yeah,
It's like-
we thought they were kept outside of the building.
Best of intentions and the
Stupidity.
worst possible outcome.
Yeah. The worst
No,
bit
no,
is
we
like
caught
that
the
wasn't
terrorists.
even a gotcha from me. That was like that was straight up. That's what happened. That
Surely they
wasn't
won't
even
keep them
typical
inside
Dan,
the warehouse.
well, the tunnel is filled with children.
Oh no, that's right. Fuck.
you know what? I don't regret it.
You should. You fucking fire palmed all those children to death.
I'll do it all again.
Wow.
I like how with each retelling it's getting more, our involvement's getting more and more extreme.
Yeah.
So now we were actually like
Lit-
mowing
lit
down
the
the children
fuse to a
personally
bomb.
like Anakin Skywalker.
Well, he did murder a bunch of younglings. So yeah, I guess so.
And they deserved it.
Oh, who was it that posted that meme recently in one of the chats? About looking forward to recreating your favourite Star Wars moments.
Oh, yeah.
So, as the conversation continues, I'm assuming you don't talk about all the people you killed and offer to kill a bunch of his people.
Yes. Yes, we do.
No, we don't. We don't.
Oh, you're right.
Caveo does at one point take note of Ryla, and he goes, I see you were adorned with a number of firearms when you came to the castle.
Yes, that's
I
right.
consider myself an old-fashioned warlord, and I do appreciate a good weapon when I see one. Do you have any pride and joys to show me?
I mean, I'll in private, sure, but here.
No firearms, not your fire leg.
Oh.
Yes, I want to see your gun, not your barrel.
Yeah, I'll just fucking start taking out my fucking massive amount of guns.
Yeah.
Just start taking them out one by one.
This one shoots gophers.
Badgers.
Oh, badgers. Sorry.
Well, you can shoot gophers with it.
Yeah, so I'll take let's see here. What do I have? I'll take out my blowgun, my bola, my my eschatologist pistol, my frost hand crossbow, my regular hand crossbow, 2 of my magic pistols, my knock gun,
Some people
two-
have a problem.
Yeah.
2 of my regular pistols. Just yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm trying to think of what scene it was. Like, I can't remember, like, probably dozens of movies have done it, but, you know, the pulling out gun after gun after gun and, like, pulling out a shotgun from who knows where, but just fucking laying them all out on the table, just progressively more and more bigger and bigger guns.
Sorry,
Do you even keep that?
Do you pull out the knock gun?
What about my knock gun? Sorry.
Do you pull it out?
Yeah.
Okay. When you pop them all, he like starts going over them and he's like, "Oh, these are fantastic." He's like, you know, picking them up and eyeing them up. When you like slam down the fucking 7-barrel god gun, he goes, "Oh, now this I haven't seen the likes of before." And he starts talking to you, and he strikes up a conversation about, do you think Ryza would perhaps help set up factories in my region to produce arms and ammunition? Weapons like this?
Ooh.
Perhaps more usable.
Absolutely.
Perhaps... Well, I don't mean to assume that you can act on behalf of Ryza. You're here on behalf of Burr, and their industry is quite...
We are in good confidence with the king.
Who
I'm
are you?
sure
Good
that would
confidence
be
with? the Bruce, the
problematic
king of Ryza?
Bullshit like agreements not to use them against us, but details can be sorted.
Details, yes. Perhaps you could leave this for me as a gift, a token.
Wow.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
He's crying. That's alright.
He's just like googling other D&D games.
Sorry, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, we'll wait. You back?
Come on, Skylar, have some balls.
Now, as a DM, this isn't you have to give up your gun. Like, I'm not trying to take it off you. You don't have to accept here. Just so you know.
If he has any cool shit to, as a trade.
Yeah, well then
Maybe he's got a 9-barreled gun.
he doesn't have a fucking 9-barreled gun, otherwise he wouldn't want the gun we have now. How badly do we want this?
I can see in your eyes that perhaps this one means a lot to you. And he puts it back on the table and he says, it is a shame. Well,
hold on.
He's got something even more exotic.
I could be persuaded to part with it, but I would need something large in return.
Oh,
because
God.
we already discussed sharing the barrels.
What?
No, I'm just making another bad dick joke. He says, well, at the moment, I owe each of you nothing. You were to gift me the gun? Well, that might go some way to thanking me for my hospitality and allowing you into my chambers to talk. But we are here. Ask what you would like to ask. And not parroting the Bruce's request. I know what he wants of me, and I know what he offers.
So I can...
What is
we can kill
actually...
this guy, right?
Not
Sure,
all
like-
problems can be solved with murder either.
Well, a lot of them have been.
Yeah, and I just wait till he's asleep, and then we kill him?
Then who is going to lead Bruce's army?
Yeah, you're not trying to kill this guy.
Hang on. Skylar. Ryla makes a really convincing disguise.
I do.
The only problem is he's not a good army leader.
We don't know that. We haven't given him the chance.
So, let's get our bearings for a bit anyway. We originally came on board to find Tinker Oddcog, who was basically a refugee, who turns out to be a real fucking shitlord.
Maybe.
I would say turning like half the people into stealth death robots to be probably a pretty strong maybe.
Does it confirm that he's doing that?
Yeah.
Pretty
him
much.
himself?
He
Yeah.
basically said, he had one of his clones of himself basically say, "Aha, it was me!"
And also, the one that you freed, what's her name?
Korea.
One that the ships were promised to?
Yeah. She broke
So-
through and was like, Tinker's got me here, he's all tied me up.
Oh, okay.
So, I believe the whole idea was we were wanting to nab him before the Obscurati got their hands on them, but the whole thing's starting to get murky because we're kind of
Seems like
truced
he's
with
got
the
his
Obscurati at the moment because. So
Well,
he's
what
got his own
what do we
plans.
actually want out of this? Like, can we just fucking walk away from the situation? Not that we would, but
I think we
like
need
in
to
terms
deal-
of what Ryza wants, like
So right now,
what's our goal here?
Tinker is still over with the Knolls, and the Obscurati Liar is wanting to assist Burr now in their attack on the Knoll lands in order to gain access to Tinker. They have asked for you to pair up with them, so because all of the goals are aligned right now. You both want to help Burr so you can get access to Tinker. And she hasn't really given much information of what the plan is once you've got Tinker together.
I believe she talked with Dimitri and said she wanted us to basically help him, convince the Titan. I'm guessing she wants basically control of the Titan again. Was the
Yes.
gist I got?
And you want to get control of the Titan for Ryza instead.
Yeah.
And for the people who are non-traders, we already know what we need to do. It's kidnap him and turn him back to life.
Wow. Wow. Says the guy who forged Dimitri's signature and released a prisoner from jail that he was banging.
That was for the good of Riser. Thank you very much.
And I think he technically only did one of those things.
Yeah. I think that was a pretty one-sided relationship, wasn't it?
No, she's my girlfriend. You just don't know her. She's in Canada.
And I think technically I was the one that forged Dimitri's signature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
No, I wanted
Why
to
do
get
I
out of
assume
doing
it was
paperwork.
Rylar? I just kind of assumed that would be the sort of thing he would do.
I just didn't want to do paperwork, okay?
Apologies, Rylar.
Now we can be
Yeah.
friends again.
you know what? It's time for some old Rylar diplomacy. All right.
Right, roll initiative.
We're all gonna die.
You are correct, our most gracious host, and I'll give him a little bow. I would be honored to give you this gun as a sign of our friendship.
Oh my god, we have to steal the gun back.
And together, with this symbolic brothers in arms, so to say, yes.
He stretches out his hand and shakes heartily. Fantastic. And he's so pleased and, very much happy with his new prize weapon. He, puts it on the table next to him on his left and clears away one of the, blithering sea chieftains for a spot for you to sit at, Ryla. And for the next while the next course of meals is brought out, he just talks all the different facets about that weapon and asks you a multitude of questions about the gun and your other guns and all that sort of thing. And he gets very much builds a bond with you over that weapon you gave him.
Isn't this guy really old?
Yes.
So the moment he fires the gun, he's gonna destroy himself.
I mean,
Yeah.
He is built like a brick shithouse in old age. He's just like a greying brick shithouse. But
I'll
you
also-
gather during... sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, sorry. If you want to, go ahead.
I was just going to give you some more information. During the conversation, a few more things slip out between the two of you that you're able to sort of wrangle. Actually, roll me a diplomacy with a plus 10. Nice. So you managed to talk with him and sort of steer the conversation in a few directions a couple of times. You gain huge amounts of information. You know that, you learn that Caveo's grandson, El Tioro, is very unwell, and that he seeks some way for him to be cured of the dragon worm, the highly magic resistive thing there. You guys kind of knew that already. But you have learnt that there's also a group of goblins that he once dealt with that he calls dangerous. But because they're all naval oriented, hunting vermin in the nearby mountains is beneath all of his soldiers, and it's been difficult getting anyone to be willing to or able to go and clear them out. But most importantly, you learn that Caveo wants his daughter, Cortaneres, to succeed the Bruce Shantis as the next Bruce. And if you were to able to get the Bruce to agree to that, well, nothing else would really matter.
How does that work here? Is it like marriage, or like he just Bruce picks?
I think you just need to agree to it.
I mean, he wants a guy to lead his armies. Seems like something we could probably talk him into. You know, he knows that this guy's not going to do it for free. That said, Dimitri will probably ask more information about the disease. Mention that he's a healer by trade, but also that he understands that this thing's somewhat resistant to magic. Can I sort of see, if anything I can do's any help?
You would, without needing to roll, you would know that this is beyond typical magical healing. It's called the dragon worm because, like most dragons, it is immune to magics. Because it by its very nature is a magical melody.
Quick, go discover penicillin.
I leave a slice of bread out till it gets really moldy. But roll me a heal DC 20.
Yep, sorry, 1 sec. Just a 1d20 heal, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Heal. Plus 20? What the fuck? That can't be right.
We did level up.
Yeah, it's not that far out. Nice. So, just making it. You know that often dragon worm stems from water sources, or is spread through water sources at least. Not so much stems from, but is easily spread through, and that checking the source of water in this town may shed some light as to
Cool.
how the people are getting infected. In terms of actually curing it, you know that getting a specimen would be very, very helpful because when you can examine it, you can find out the particular elemental energy that is infusing that dragon worm, and that can then be matched to its source, which can definitely lead you the right path.
Cool. Well, that's probably, I imagine, how Dimitri's going to spend a lot of his sort of free time then, is following up on this.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm happy to help you with that.
Yep.
As you're sort of asking about and talking about the dragon worms a little bit, Caveo does speak up at one point and says, perhaps I might have someone who could help you. And he sends a servant who returns quickly with a greasy, wrinkled letter. He goes, this letter arrived a few days earlier from a foreign hostage being held... Hang on, and he holds it open and reads it. A foreign hostage being held by the goblins. A Dr. Elias Malapropism. Perhaps...
Can I roll history to see if he knows a lot of Dragonborn dragon thing worm illnesses?
You don't need to roll. You haven't heard of this name.
Oh, thank God, because I only got a +6.
He goes, this doctor was recommended to me, and I sent for them some time ago. And it looks like they were caught by these dangerous goblins, and, well, you know, maybe they'd be of use if you could help them. Bring them in. We have called for other doctors, who I'm sure will arrive at some point, but the sooner the better.
So goblins are. This is probably out of character.
Yeah.
It'll be. Are they kind of like standard goblins, or are they a bit more civilized, like a lot of the other beast races?
As far as I can tell, they're fairly goblin-y goblin. You know, tribal in nature. They're still shamanistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, sounds like a pretty straightforward mission then. Go and clear up goblins, rescue Doctor.
And Caveo says, and, well, do me another favor. At the same time. Win. And a few of the Sea Chiefs laugh, and he laughs as well.
You guys realize we're doing it because you guys can't. Yeah?
No.
Oh, well, now you do.
Quietens him down a bit. Another cock's head is ripped off. So as the dinner draws to a close, Alonso's beer, finishes off the last of the roosters, and everyone lets out an uproarious cheer, and dinner's tables are cleared. Caveo says, well, I will speak with you in the morning. Or perhaps not, he shrugs. Do what you will. You may stay here as long as you please. And he like carries the gun back to his chambers. Typical American, he's gonna sleep with his gun.
Good start anyway. Apart from Thok losing his baby. That gun has been pretty clutch in a lot of fights too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well, we'll just have to buy him a bigger gun.
Okay.
We can hold a funeral for the gun.
And I'm definitely happy to chip in because he gave that up for the team. So, not that money's as much of an issue as it used to be.
Fair enough. So, the next day, I'm presuming, Dimitri, you're going to spend investigating the dragon worm and the water source.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a...
Investigate?
Roll me a
No, there's no...
streetwise.
$29.
So, nice, you just got 29, which is exactly what you needed. So, you learn from the castle, advisors, that everyone gets their water in Caveo, or the Castle della Caveo. That all the water comes from a spring that comes from that nearby volcanic caldera, the Lago Fuego, which has long since supplied the city with slightly sulfurous waters. But what you do also learn by digging a little bit deeper, because these dragon worms have only been coming up very recently, so there's been no changes to where they get their water from or anything. But what you do find out recently is that Caveo de Guerra had heard that Lego Fuego had been rumored to have housed a dragon horde, and the horde that Caveo has got sitting out on that table on display that everyone's oohing and wooing about, came from him pumping and draining the lake to find the treasure. That did fail, but that was the first place he checked before going into the pockmarked mountainside and searching other stagnant pools, and that all of the ones that he pumped afterwards, he pumped into and shunted into the aqueduct that feeds the city.
Right, so there's a good chance one of those has been contaminated.
Yes. So the treasure was eventually found, but a number of different sources, very stagnant, old, untouched water sources, were briefly pumped into the aqueduct before Lego Fuego was filled itself back up naturally again.
So I'm guessing medical knowledge is still fairly rudimentary. Like, we won't be able to just grab a shitload of bleach and put it into the aquifer.
Yeah, probably not bleach, but you could research a mixture of Arcana, Heal, and Nature checks, devising a way to clean or purify this, but may work, it may not.
I can work on finding some a nature way to do that if you want to try to try to come up with a cure.
Yeah, it sounds like a good step would be to try and capture some of these little thingies. I think that's something that I'd definitely be trying to do, is see if I can get a sample somehow.
Yeah. So, I mean, people do have them come out, just like the real guinea worms. They, can be coaxed out, wrap its end around a stick, and over a period of days methodically twist the stick slowly to pull the worm out without snapping it and causing it to decompose inside the body. So a number of these have been done. But yeah, it's you can get your hands on one fairly easily, especially from one of the nearby spirit healers that have been carrying this out.
Yeah, guess we'll with those off, see if we can work out, something that would be safe to add to the water supply that also seems to kill the things.
Absolutely. So, you guys have spent 8 hours each in doing that. Ozov, you can roll the nature check. And Dimitri, you can roll a heal check, and someone will need to roll an arcana check.
Oh, I shouldn't roll the arcana check. I'm +6 for arcana.
Which means you won't actually be able to succeed.
Yeah, I've got a +6 as well.
Hello?
I haven't leveled.
Unfortunately, Aranus, his arcana is actually his technology skill. So it's not true arcana. Like, he doesn't get his full bonus. He will lose 6. He's got a +18, which is still enough, I suppose. Yeah, so 36. Yep, that's enough. Yeah, you guys all spend a day and a bit checking out these parasites, and what you're able to find out is that these particular dragon worms, the strain, is infused with the elemental fire energy, and Aranus is able to ascertain from even closer study that energy specifically matches the magic that grants ancient dragons their might and resilience. So the aptly named dragon worm is definitely drawing some of its power from perhaps the dragon that had its hoard kept in their mountains. You would be able to spend some time developing a a ritual to purify the water. It'd take another couple of days for sure, but you feel like it would be within your ability.
Yeah.
What is needed, however, is multiple pebbles taken from a fast-moving stream bed and a simple box containing 1 gold coin, in addition to the normal components of the Remove Affliction ritual.
I think I can collect some pebbles from a very fast-moving stream and not get swept away and die. I'm confident in my abilities.
Sorry, apologies. This isn't to cleanse the water. This is to cleanse one person of the affliction.
That's a lot of stones.
Yes.
So, I believe there's like his son or like a close family member's like the most probably who we want to start with anyway. But
We can do that to show off the cure and then teach
Yeah.
them, barter with them to teach them how to do it with everyone else, and then
Dimitri
rewards.
would just let the knowledge be done. Like public health, something that terrible. It's not something to be used as a bargaining chip, in his opinion.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's definitely a smart thing to do, but
But we can give the knowledge freely, but let's show off that we did it and cleanse the sun first, then tell them the knowledge.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's it. We definitely make a show and dance about it. But yeah, I'd rather not bargain with potentially withholding a cure to a fucking horrific disease.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
I heard most of it.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
What'd you miss?
I don't think I missed quite anything.
Okay, cool.
I will be holding a eulogy for my gun, yes, but it's not gone forever. Just as long as we need this deal, that's all.
Where did we? We got it from a dude at like the market or the fair or something. Do you know? Is that guy still around? Or was that your girlfriend that we got it from? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure that was not Katya, but
No,
it wasn't the fair.
You got something from...
Wasn't that a bullet from her?
It was, yes. It
Yeah,
was,
I think you got the gopher and the knock gun from somebody at the fair.
Yes.
Was it the arms dealer that they were eventually trading with, or was that Katya?
No, Katya was the one dealing in black market shit, I think, or artifacts. I can't remember. One of those two. But yeah, it was a spiral bullet, which I still haven't managed to learn how to make. But
It's
Well,
because
like-
you really actually don't want to make it, because you just keep on thinking of her whenever you hold it.
You just just keep it under your pillow each night.
where I used to keep my knock gun. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm proud of you, Rylar. I think that gun meant more to you than all of us. So
You're correct. Oh, that hurt real bad. I think I feel how Charbro felt when he died.
You know, you're probably not wrong. He was very attached to his life.
And fair enough.
So, you guys are gonna cleanse the kid? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Little kid cleansing. All right. Weird, but go for it, I guess. You should maybe rescue that doctor too.
Well,
it's like, yeah, it's like we kind of did his work for him, but yeah, breaking him out's probably still worth doing.
I mean, Rylar
And-
and Charbro, they're good at breaking people out, right?
And also, I mean, to be fair, this public health response is probably going to need a trained doctor to look after it, and I don't think we're going to hang around for the months it needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that real fast.
So I guess Zambro and Riley, you'd be following up on seeing where these goblins would have gone then, while the time that the others are finding the cube.
Yeah.
How big are these goblins?
I'm guessing goblin
Just-
sized.
Just can't ask a goblin its size, mate.
My question is, are they medium?
They're generally small in most other editions, unless 4E is different.
I mean, these might be some superpowered goblins. We don't know.
They're pretty much halfling orcs.
That's fair. All right. I guess let's go do some tracking, and I suppose I'll just find out how big these goblins are.
Okay, so the first thing you're able to do is find out where the attacks have been occurring. And tracking them back from any of these various sites of attack is fairly easy. These goblins, you find out, reside in a stretch of caves in a horseshoe-shaped valley, where the tunnels wind and intersect from many directions, and a number of openings come into, or like converge onto one hillside. You're able to see them from a distance, and you're able to see, as you're observing them, a number of merchants traveling by, coming up. These are, non-goblin merchants coming up to the cave entrance, trading with the goblins, and then leaving without issue, indicating that they're probably not pure, attack all, kill all, murder hobos. They're not player characters, is what I'm getting at.
That's fine. They're still goblins. We'll kill them all. The important part. How big are they?
How big?
Yes.
Maybe just under chest height of a standard human.
So they're small, huh? That's unfortunate.
Done being racist yet?
Well, there goes my plan. And no, I'm never done being racist.
Much like America.
Exactly. Zambro,
Yeah.
I have an idea, but it's gonna take some doing.
Well, what's this idea?
We're gonna pose as merchants and try and get inside the cave.
Okay. Which is fine. I don't know of many like 8-foot tall soul trapped merchants, but I'm sure we can make it work.
I mean, they don't need to know you're soul trapped, right?
Fair.
Yeah, don't worry. Fine. Don't worry about it.
And if they ask me to take off the helmet as a greeting or something,
Alright, so what you do in that case, right, is you take off your helmet and say that you were cursed by a witch.
huh? I
Right.
mean, okay. That's much better than my plan.
What was your plan?
You wear me.
Oh, Jesus.
Kinky.
I mean, I guess it's not actually a bad idea, but I listen, okay, I'm aware of the implications here, but it's not weird. Right?
I mean, Trabo's had so many people inside him at this point, it's like, it's not even going to be unusual.
Okay, let's call that Plan Z, alright?
Okay, good
Okay.
good idea.
So
what goods are we selling?
Furs.
Furs. Do we have any furs?
I mean, we can get some furs. I'm a good tracker and hunter.
Okay.
Got it. Anyway. So the only issue I can see here is getting back out. Because presumably we're trying to find the doctor, right? So we could do this purely as a scouting exercise, and then figure out a better plan.
What
Or-
if
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot.
what if we become explosives dealers and blast a tunnel out? You're good.
you
You're
have-
good with fire dust.
I suppose, but do we have explosives?
No, there's a reason why I'm a researcher.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Though
Yeah.
there's lots of tunnels here. Surely they can't have all of them heavily guarded.
I mean, they are goblins.
I'm not sure what that's implying, but yes.
Well, you see, goblins tend to breed like rabbits. I'm saying there's going to be a lot of them.
So racist.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, they're goblins. Who cares? You can't be racist against goblins. They're not human. They're not people.
You're not human.
I'm not human.
Oh right,
None
you're pulling the.
any
I
of us
can't be
human?
racist because I'm not white.
Yes, exactly. Listen, Dimitri, you're not even here, so it doesn't matter. Just like you don't. Now,
I deserve it.
now, I'll be honest. I haven't really thought about what we're gonna do if we don't even get past the entrance.
Plan B.
What's Plan B?
We could fight our way in.
I don't like that plan.
I don't. That's why it's Plan B.
You could pretend to be traders.
That's Plan A.
That is Plan A.
Alright.
Yes.
So you're gonna do it?
Oh, okay. I guess so. Yes.
So wait,
In the interest of moving it along?
are you two just gonna do this on your lonesome, or are you getting all of us?
We're
mean,
going in live.
If it goes south, we'll just run away.
Yeah.
Oh dear, mission
Oh.
creep.
I'll be a firearms dealer. I have a bunch of those.
Do have a bunch of them. Just
You
not
got one
your...
less than you had before.
Shut up.
Okay, so you approach the front of the goblin tunnels, and you do see just beyond the door several goblin families milling about, hanging up like lizards and snakes and other cave and field vermin, milling about doing their thing. And the goblins greet you pleasantly. Hello. What are you bringing to trade?
Yes. Hello. I am. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
My name is Gillum.
Gillum. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm Rylar. This is my associate, Zambro. And we're here today to talk to you about a wonderful invention that's sweeping the nation. Now, if you have a few moments, I would like to tell you about them. Is that okay, Gillum?
Sure. Yeah, it sounds great. I don't
Fantastic.
make the decisions. If you want to sell something, that's gonna be Willigoo.
Willigoo. All right. Could you point us in the direction of Willigoo?
Well, you can't go and speak to him, but you can tell me, and I'll go and speak to him, and then he'll tell you.
Great. Okay.
Willigoo's the
Wonderful.
boss. He has the money strings.
Oh, I see. Is he the boss of all of you?
Well, he's the chief.
Oh, he's the chief.
Yeah, he's got the biggest bit.
Do you have like a hierarchy of some sort? Like, there's the chief, and then the sub bosses, and then the grunts and
Yeah.
such.
It's the ones who can have the biggest umbers. The ones who can tame them. They're obviously the most, important.
I'm sorry, the biggest what?
Umber Hulks.
Umber Hulks. Wow, you guys tame Umber Hulks.
Yeah.
That's impressive, fantastic. I didn't realize that. Good to know. Now, have you ever thought of using a gun?
Yes. And he pulls out a small pistol. It's like a single shot musket. I've got one right here.
Now, what if I told you I have more guns to sell you.
Like this?
Real
and
nice
he pulls out
one.
another pistol and it's another musket. I have more guns.
He probably has lots of single shots, so he doesn't have to reload.
He's
That-
right.
that makes-
I do.
That makes sense. However, I'll pull out one of my pistols.
No, I'm sorry.
Now, as you can see here, this is a little bit more than just your ordinary musket, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice pistol. It has multiple shots. You can use it to
Ooh, how do you
shoot
do
people.
that?
Ah, well, you see, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm something of a gunsmith. That's how I sell my wares.
Righto. Okay, Mr. Smith, carry on.
So, if you're interested, or perhaps you could go talk to this Gillum, and I can show him my wares.
Here's Gillum.
I mean, Will go? Willigoo,
It's
yeah.
in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Willigoo, and I can offer my services, either as a merchant or as a gunsmith.
Well, I can tell you, we probably don't have the money to hire a gunsmith to outfit everyone with the money. But if you want to sell that gun, I'll put that to him, and he'll probably buy it.
Well, we can
Wonderful.
always open to trade.
Yes, we do like to trade. So I mean, it really,
We don't have a lot. I'm just letting you know, since we got pushed out by Cavejo, so he could drain our fucking homes, we've been kind of living bare bones.
you got pushed out by
Yeah.
Cavejo.
Yeah, he wanted to dig up, to pump all the water out of where we were living.
He's gonna drain the swamp.
Yeah, he did exactly that.
As a quick note, where you were living, did
Mhm.
any of you occasionally get like real sore, irritated extremities of any sort, or like odd rashes, little like worms?
Literally crawling in your body. Sorry, not there.
Yeah, but no, that's yeah.
We didn't always, but once they started draining up the water on the mountain, we did get an outbreak of, well, the dragon worms, you know the ones.
Aha.
Been less prominent since we moved down here.
And apropos of nothing, are you guys in the slave trade?
Not at all. That's what a horrendous accusation.
No, not an accusation. It's just I'm a bit of a flesh merchant myself. But it's good to know. Thank you.
Because if you did have, slaves or prisoners or anything you wanted to get off your hands, those could be exchanged for firearms.
Exactly. Yes.
We've got none of those things. It's a weird thing to ask, though. I'm not sure I like slavers.
Oh,
I don't know if Willigoo will either.
And
No,
we call them indentured servants.
yes. You see, they're not slaves. We just have them work for us to work off their debt, and until then we set them free.
What's debt?
Anyway,
In our society, debt doesn't exist.
oh well, outside of your society, debt definitely exists.
Oh.
And we help people with their debt.
Help
by
people?
buying them.
Like the doctor helped us?
Yes, much like a doctor helped you. I didn't know you had goblin doctors. That's great.
Oh, we didn't, but we have the spiky-haired fella.
Oh, really? He came in and helped you guys?
He's still helping us.
Did you say all?
He's still helping us.
Oh, still. Well, that's great. If you could deliver that firearm to Willigoo and see if he's interested, me and my compatriot will wait here.
Well, sure thing.
Thank
he
you.
heads off inside for a bit, and
Damn, bro.
kind of feel bad about. I don't think the doctor's here against his will.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting the feeling that perhaps we are the bad guys in this situation.
Are we
Not
the
us.
Just to
baddies?
reiterate, the doctor did send a letter saying he was being held against his will.
Oh, right.
You
yes.
aren't completely barking up the wrong tree.
Oh, fuck.
Are you suggesting the
Like,
goblins aren't trustworthy?
I think he's suggesting this is not the right goblin encampment.
No, that's not at all what I'm suggesting.
He's suggesting that he's just lying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
or-
I doubt
or-
that 2 goblin encampments have each got their own doctors.
You never know. Oh, they could. That's very racist of you to assume that, Dave.
Well,
Says the guy
goblins
that was
and
just a moment
goblins
ago
go
talking
hand in
about
hand.
murdering all goblins.
Damn,
So
bro.
he comes back out and he goes, a while ago, he doesn't want it. And he
doesn't want it.
passes it to you and he goes, and he asks you to go. He said, and he like looks up as if trying to remember, if they're asking about the doctor, tell them to fuck right off. And he
But
looks
you
at
told us about the doctor. We didn't ask him about it. So
Yeah, we didn't
obviously.
ask.
Yeah, I might not have communicated that as well as I could have, but the sentiment remains the same. Now you're asking about the doctor.
I see. Well, I'm sorry that he's not interested in our wares or my services as a gunsmith. I appreciate that, Zambro. Unless you have some business with these fine gentlemen or this gentleman here, perhaps we should take our leave.
Well, I mean, this is just coming from me, but the doctor's going to be due for his lunchtime stroll. He'll be out very shortly if you wanted to talk to him.
Oh, well, I suppose even a doctor would need some sort of defense, right?
He comes out with what do you call it? An escort.
Patrol. Oh, and
Not the good kind. And he elbows his mate.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you. Perhaps we will, we'll might do that. Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alrighty. So a short while later, you guys go far enough away that they don't have any issue with you just waiting. And you see who can only be the doctor because he towers 2 foot above all the goblins that are escorting him, walking out of the cave, a man you recognize. Both of you recognize this man. This man is Dr. Wolfgang von Recklinghausen.
Oh,
nice.
I fucking knew
Son of
it.
a bitch.
Welp.
Oh,
So do we? How do you want to
We're
do this,
kind of
Ida?
on goodish terms with
Yeah.
the obscurati now, so
I thought we were on goodish terms with this guy in
Yeah,
general,
I
weren't
don't
we?
know what the groan is about.
Yeah, I thought we
was
were
afraid.
relatively
wasn't he
good
the
friends.
one that? Oh wait, yeah, that's right. We teamed up to save him from the obscurati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a second, I misremembered and thought he was with the obsurati because it's been a
No.
while.
that's
No,
right.
that was the guy that you
I'm sitting here
fought
just
to help.
thinking, how did he get captured again?
Yeah, you broke him out of a church.
Yeah. It was a good battle.
Yeah, it was.
I remember that motherfucker. That's right. Not wasted. I poisoned that dude that was holding him. Shot him right in the neck.
Yes, you did.
I mean, no, wait, I poisoned him. That's right. Put him in a little false death state. Great. Good times.
Yeah.
Can you do that again?
I actually could, yeah.
Roll me a perception, you two, because there's something about him that you didn't realize last time, but maybe catches your eye this time. Ryla, he looks a bit familiar to someone that you've spent some time with recently on a train. He looks quite similar to Mr. Maple.
No. No, you gotta be. Alright.
He's definitely not Mr. Maple, but it's a likeness that you can't quite
Oh
shake
my
like
god,
that.
they're brothers?
They're related?
At this
Gotta
point,
have-
it wouldn't even.
that crosses your mind.
This is
They were-
awesome.
They were roommates. Uh, all right. Okay, so, Zambro,
Yep.
what's the plan here? Because I mean, sure, I could, shoot him in the neck, but we kind of have to deal with his patrol as well, right?
Well, I mean,
Also,
you're much more suited to the sneaky, stabby thing.
Ryla!
I'm.
And friend! He calls out, recognizing you two. I mean, you weren't hiding, were you?
No, I guess we were.
You were just chilling. Like they were allowing you to be there, so I'm assuming you're not hiding. If you want to be hiding, I can not have him call out at you.
I don't know. Do you want to be hiding, buddy?
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I mean, I could just pick him up and hold him above the goblins' heads. And...
Can't get him now. And he calls over, and the goblins next to him are like, "Huh? What?" He's like, "Oh, they're just friends here to see me." And he waves you over. Come, say hello.
Can we go in and kill him?
Yeah, you go over, like he's come out of the cave.
Oh, right.
So you walk over to him and hello guys, how are you? Good to see you. A long time. I don't believe we've met. He introduces himself to you, Zambro. I'm Doctor Elias. I worked with Ryler back in Riser.
Yes, we did meet, but let's say it was in another life. A pleasure to meet you again.
Oh, I'm curious. I'd love to know what the fuck you're talking about, but jeez.
Yes, well, questions will probably have to wait.
Fair enough.
You don't seem to be under any duress.
Juris, why on earth would you think that? Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck you doing, Trabro? I mean, Zambro.
Oh, Trabro. Oh, right. Of course.
Well,
I mean, this is
Tribro's in here with
unusual.
me. That probably raises even more questions. Forget I said that.
That actually, it interests me. How are you? Are you an element of yourself? Were you once dead? It's curious. I have a line of. He looks around. Actually, better not to discuss my work.
Don't think they'll steal your intellectual property. You should be fine. So how are we doing, Miss Ryler? Smash and grab?
I don't understand. Okay, yes, I guess now at this point, yes.
Mission creep. That always happens.
How many are there around us right now?
How many are there? None. Perfect.
Perfect. All right,
We
let's get
walk
back on.
casually out of the goblin camp and back to town.
I'm assuming some children are getting beaten or something.
Yeah, probably.
I'd too like to.
Uh,
Oh, is that not what we were talking about? Oh. Well,
I'm a bit worried there, Ryla.
you should be.
So he will use this opportunity to explain how he came to be here. He visited this tribe just to trade on his way to Castle de la Cavera, where he's requested, and discovered that they were immensely afflicted with the same very thing he was there to treat Cavero's town for, the dragon worm. So he spent some time figuring out exactly what was going on and how to cure it. And in the time he spent here, he did come up with a ritual to cast out the worms and was able to teach them how to avoid reinfection to a point. not too long ago, he felt his work was done and that he had imparted enough knowledge for them to, look after themselves, and then intended to continue on to Casa de la Cavea. Unfortunately, Willigo, the chief of the goblins, did not feel that he was done, or that he'd be more value kept here. So the guards were ordered to stop him leaving. It was then that he sent the letter to Cavea, hoping that he might liberate him after a couple of days of captivity, fearing that he would not be able to leave. And I expect you're now here to save me?
Yeah, definitely.
How many
Okay.
goblins are around?
Around him?
Hmm.
About 5, but it's only like 20, 30 feet to the front of the cave where, you don't know how many there would be.
Okay, hey, Zambro,
Mm-hmm.
you're strong, right?
Relatively.
Cool. I'm gonna need you to do something.
He does say,
L-
whatever you're planning, I do hope you won't kill the goblins.
I'm not going to kill them, but perhaps if they're blind, they can't see us.
Look, I think there's a way that no one has
Ooh,
to
shit.
die. Perhaps if we were to convince Caveo to let them back into their homes.
Just said I
what
wasn't
their
gonna kill him.
scouts know, Caveo's no longer up in the mountains where they were moved on from.
So why don't they just move up there anyway?
Well,
They're not the brightest.
Caveo are still sending out patrols and hurrying them on their way when they try to. Perhaps if we were to convince them to let them return. It's not like they're using the land.
I mean, I could just help you get out right now. Pretty sure we won't have to kill anyone.
Pretty sure.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
I said I'm pretty sure I can get you out right now, and I'm pretty sure we won't have to kill anyone.
My worry is that if you break me out by force or by trickery, it may incite further violence. They may try to recover me from Caveo, and I don't think they would survive that attack.
I'm gonna be super honest with you. I don't care.
He goes, well, that's a shame.
I mean,
For it is-
you do remember last time he pretended to murder you.
It is my
Yeah.
oath to care, and I do not wish to come with you if it means the death of these poor, displaced goblins.
I'm sorry. The ones that are keeping you captive under threat of, I'm assuming, violence?
Well, I mean, they've pointed spears at me, but they haven't threatened anything.
Syndrome.
Yes, because you need all your fingers to do doctory things.
Yeah. I'm sorry, did you, fall in love with the chief? Is this Stockholm Syndrome?
He shakes his head. Surely you can understand the need for this world to have less violence.
No!
Well, yes, but
That's literally my job. I'm an assassin. If there was no violence, I would be out of work. That sucks.
He turns to you.
It's like,
Tribro,
you thought you had
Zambro,
gotten away from somebody moaning about peace in your ear all day.
Surely you understand, Zambro?
well, I understand. Trabro would like to pick up that goblin and throw him at his friend. Look, Mr. Caveo does owe us another favor. I'm sure if we asked him very nicely to let the goblins have their home back, but how do we know that Willigo will let you free if you get your home back? We'll need to go talk to him and explain the situation.
Willigo's utmost is to get his people back home. I'm sure
Yes.
he would happily let me go if he knew that it would be...
But If he doesn't know of this plan, he'll just take you with him, and now you're up a mountain.
We could send Gillum.
A mountain without stairs.
We could send Gillum to let him know.
And he'll believe you?
He might.
Oh my god.
I'll shrug at Ryla like, look, just say the word and I'll knock him out.
He's gonna be like a real shit and probably try and run back here after he wakes up or some dumb fucking thing. So, I guess let's just go talk to Caveo and be like, hey...
The goblins want to go home.
Yeah, you have no use for it anyway, blah 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 blah.
Okay. Is that what you're going to try?
I guess.
Okay. It works. You return to Castle de la Caveo and inform them that the doctor has discovered a cure and that he would happily come and share it, and the only thing he asks in return, you explain the situation, is for the goblins to be allowed back. And Caveo very quickly, you know, Ryla, you gave me my favorite gun. I've spent all day at the range, and you come asking, well, a request I can easily grant. And he holds out his hand again. It is done.
So,
Appreciate it.
with this delay, does this mean that Orzov and Dimitri get the cure first and we get the publishing results and we get to have the place, the thing forever known as Dimitri Orzov syndrome?
Yeah, you can absolutely rename a well-known and well-documented disease to whatever you like.
I thought we should name the cure, not the disease.
Yes, probably. The thing we actually invented.
Yeah.
You do, however, also spend that time purifying the water, Orzov and Dimitri, and able to purify the aqueduct. And when Mr. von Recklinghausen, as you can now call him, as he's away from the goblins, because Caveo still thinks he's not von Recklinghausen, he basically runs off the rest of his knowledge that he's gathered, which is a little bit more than you had, but he's very impressed at what you discovered in the time that you discovered it. Just that the people that do get reinfected or that are still infected awaiting curing do not wash in the aqueduct or the waters lest they reinfect this area or reinfect others with it. And this place will soon most definitely be on its way to full eradication.
Cool.
Caveo is now most definitely in your debt. You know, it's depressing.
What?
This was the fucking dungeon.
And you sent the two people most likely to pick a fight, and they somehow still ended up taking the peaceful route.
Yeah, I did push it real hard, but like, I know Wolfgang had to, like, I'm not gonna risk my integrity as a DM. I was just like willing Trubber to knock him the fuck out.
I know, I was sitting here going. I was actually thinking knock the goblin out and just pick right out.
Alright, let's have a quick 10-minute break here before we go into our last hour. So just pause